Okay, so I'm Shannon Turner, Manager of Programs and Services at Alternate Roots, and I'm talking today with Maria DeLeon, Executive Director of NALAC, the National Association of Latino Arts and Culture. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you, Shannon. I loved being here. I'm excited to talk to you and excited about our partnership with Alternate Roots.
Thank you so much. If you don't mind, let's start off talking a little bit about NALAC. How long has it been around? What's its core mission and program areas? Who does it serve, and what are the current goals for the organization?
Well, NALAC has been around for 21 years, actually. We celebrated our 20th anniversary. We had a year-long celebration starting in 2009. Our 20th year celebration culminated at our national conference, which was in San Jose in April. So we look forward to this 21st year, and I think there is still a great need for the services that NALAC provides here in this country to the Latino arts field.
Absolutely.
The core mission of NALAC is as the only service organization serving the Latino arts field specifically. We're dedicated to promote, advance, and develop the cultivation of Latino arts here in this country. Stimulate and facilitate a lot of intergenerational dialogue across disciplines, across the diverse languages and traditions that the Latino arts field represents.
So besides the big conference that you have once a year, what are your other program areas?
Well, one of, I think, our signature program is our Leadership Institute. This is a training that we are celebrating our 10th year of convening the Leadership Institute. We bring together about 20 emerging arts leaders from across the country, Latino arts leaders, and they come to San Antonio for a week of intense training in arts management, but really grounded in the philosophy and of the Latino, in the history of the Latino arts movement here in the U.S., and really in the context of how our organizations work. Like I said, we've been doing this for 10 years, and we've graduated 175 alumni, and we believe that leadership training really will help build the capacity, the economic capacity of the Latino arts sector in this country by putting forth young leaders who are trained and have the tools to lead the organizations effectively into the future.
Wow. I know we actually have had one of our Roots members go through that training, so that's really tremendous. I know she got a lot out of that. I apologize for going off script, but I just was curious. I know that the stuff that's going on in Arizona has really got a lot of people up in arms, and I'm wondering if your organization is doing anything specifically to respond to it.
Well, we our organization NALAC, does oppose the immigration law, the SB 1070 in Arizona. Very opposed to it, and the artists, Latino artists across the country, whether they're writers or visual artists or doing performance, are already creating a lot of work around this issue, because really issues of social justice, that impact our communities are addressed through the arts, and they always have been. So yes, there is a lot of response. We encourage, NALAC encourages its constituents, to continue to boycott Arizona, and to do everything they can by contacting elected officials in Arizona to make sure that this law is repealed, and to continue talking to their elected officials, their congressional representatives, and to the administration to push for a just immigration reform here in this country. Actually, I will be participating in May 29th. There will be a national action in Phoenix, Arizona. People are traveling from across the country to protest the law, and NALAC will have a presence there through its many members and through my personal participation.
Oh,
So yes, that is the issue with the unjust immigration laws, the high, the really the so much preponderance for so much racial profiling there in Arizona and other parts of the country, and we're concerned that other states are jumping into the fray, including Texas and Michigan and others who want to pass similar laws. But so we were talking about our program. So besides the national conference, the Leadership Institute is key. We have 2 grant programs. The Knowledge Fund for the Arts makes awards to individual artists and to small and mid-sized organizations. We've been doing this for 5 years, providing these kind of awards. Last year we launched the Transnational Cultural Remittances Program, which really supports meaningful exchanges across borders in the U.S., Mexico, and Central America among artists and community groups to really learn how immigration really changes and impacts the work that we do as artists and the cultural work that we do. We supported several projects this year through that program. We've just launched the 2nd funding cycle, and we will be launching the 6th year of the Knowledge Fund for the Arts later this month. We also have regional arts training workshops across the United States, and the regional arts training workshops are two-day workshops where we really go into a community, and that is really our grassroots organizing for a specific region. We bring together artists, cultural workers from a specific region for 2 days of professional development, dialogue, and like I said, it is really our opportunity there to bring together artists to get to know, so they can get to know each other, artists from specific regions, and begin collaborating, begin seeing each other's work. And the regional workshops are something that we do every year. We go everywhere from Nebraska to New York to California to Chicago. We travel all over the country and really connect with the Latino arts field through these workshops. We also have we do a lot of communications with the field. We have a magazine that we put out 3 times a year, El Aviso. We also have an electronic newsletter that we use to communicate with the field. We produced a documentary series, a 3-hour documentary series in 2004 called Visiones, Latino Art and Culture, really to create more understanding about who we were as Latinos among the general population here in the U.S. It was broadcast nationally on PBS and continues to be broadcast on PBS stations, especially at specific times of the year. And we also developed an educational curriculum for Visiones that has been distributed to over 35,000 schools here in the United States. An opportunity then for teachers to have learning tools and for young Latino children to be able to see themselves and see their culture and really reinforce that cultural identity and that heritage and traditions from which they come from, and a lot of times that's not available in the schools. This year we also launched an initiative around Visiones with the public libraries here in San Antonio, where we have provided the curriculum, the Visiones series, and recommended artists for events that the library is doing, community events, recommended local artists that could perform, that could participate, and we want to take that, launch that to libraries nationally here in the U.S. So, just a lot of programs that give direct financial support, programs that provide professional development, that provide leadership, that provide a lot of intergenerational dialogue and intergeneration opportunities for learning among generations, and communications and organizing, and really basically that is in a nutshell what Knowledge does.
Wow, that's tremendous. That's a lot of work.